Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Leadership Lounge with Marlowe Foster. Up for discussion today, leadership in crisis, the do's and don'ts. The content of this show will come as no surprise to many of you, but in the wake of the poorly handled political scandals in Virginia, a review of Political Crisis 101 and Leadership Through Crisis is required. We are going to focus on the 4 most important elements to surviving crisis from my perspective. Others may disagree on process, but these are tried and true. First up, when the controversy or scandal hits, stop for a moment and breathe. Just stop and breathe. In the age of social media, this is a little more difficult because events can overtake you quickly. But do the best that you can. Stop and breathe. The second thing you need to do, and this is critically important, is gather the facts. As you anticipate your press release or your press conference, you better have your facts straight. Know the ins and outs of the scenario, know exactly what happened, be prepared, gather the facts. Thirdly, tell the daggone truth. No matter how bad, being coy or telling a half-truth or lying will only make the situation worse. Most people, most constituents, the electorate, they can handle the truth as long as it's not a clear deal breaker. But shade the truth or be self-righteous and it is over. And lastly, apologize. Issue a sincere apology for your actions, fully realizing that no apology will ever satisfy everyone. But issue an apology, issue it from the heart. And after you have taken these 4 steps, all I want you to do is shut up. Shut your mouth. Disappear for a week. Disappear for 2 weeks. Disappear for a month. Keep your mouth shut. Realize that if you have told the truth, if you have come clean, that you will outlast most people calling for your ouster or calling for you to resign or whatever the case is, as long as you have been transparent and honest about what has occurred. Once you have done that, keep your mouth shut, go away, and get back to work. And we're going to listen to 2 clips, one of how to handle a scandal effectively, and the second of how not to handle it effectively. It's time to kick back on the Leadership Lounge with Marlowe Foster.
Tonight, Monica Lewinsky's attorneys tell us that she has told prosecutors all she knows. They describe what they call a complete account of her relationship with President Clinton. But that account was given over the telephone today and was not written down. Prosecutors are still trying to decide whether they will offer immunity. This new threat came on the same day that the president finally rallied to his own defense. The president had been silent 3 days. His lawyers wanted it that way. But the political damage was rising much too fast. Today, drawn and bleary-eyed, Mr. Clinton joined the battle to save his presidency.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
He turned his back on questions as the First Lady followed, applauding.
What you just heard was Scandal Malpractice 101. When you go to the microphone, when you know you are in the wrong, you absolutely need to tell the truth. President Bill Clinton's inability to tell the truth at that point in time ultimately is one reason that led to his impeachment. And now we're going to hear from a former governor of South Carolina who told the painful truth. Listen to the difference.
Because what I have found in this job is that one desperately needs a break from the bubble.
A stunner from South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford. Okay. After nearly a week-long disappearance, the Republican dropped this bombshell.
I've been unfaithful to my wife. I developed a relationship with which started as a dear, dear friend from Argentina. It began very innocently, as I suspect many of these things do.
State leaders began asking questions Monday about the governor's whereabouts. He hadn't been at work since Thursday. His aide said he was hiking the Appalachian Trail. At Atlanta's airport Wednesday morning, Sanford admitted he'd just returned from Argentina.
Recently, over this last year, it developed into something much more than that.
At a news conference Wednesday afternoon, Sanford apologized to his wife and 4 sons who knew about the affair 5 months ago.
One of the primary roles well before being a governor is being a father to those 4 boys who are absolute jewels and blessings that I've let down in a profound way.
Sanford has been a rising star in the Republican Party and considered a potential candidate for president in 2012. He says he's resigning his chairmanship of the Republican Governors Association immediately. Matt Friedman, The Associated Press.
And again, for as painful as this press conference was for former Governor Mark Sanford, it is the absolute right way to handle scandal. Lay your heart bare, tell the truth, ask for forgiveness, and then move on and get back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the show today. This is the Leadership Lounge with Marlowe Foster.